Do you know that feeling when you're driving down the road and your foot's just a little heavy, you're going a little too fast, a little faster than you should be going, and suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. Right? You know what I mean? He's sitting up there, about a quarter of a mile down the road. The nose of the car is just sticking out. And then you notice, oh no. You look down at your speedometer real quick, you take your foot off the gas, you step on the brake, you try to slow down, hope that he didn't see it, your top speed, your top velocity, if you're going that fast. Then you're watching as you drive by, you're watching in your rearview mirror, is he pulling out, is he following me? Your palms are getting sweaty, and you're watching you should be watching ahead because the person in front of you is probably slowing down too. But you're looking in your rearview mirror, watching to see, is he pulling out, and you're watching until you get over the horizon, at which time you finally breathe a sigh of relief. Now, those of you that are laughing, shame on you. See, I don't know any of this from first-hand experience. Because I've just been told from others that this is what it feels like. When you're doing what's right, and you see the police officer, and you read the side of the police car that says to protect and serve, you don't fear them. You're glad they're there. You're thankful. You're thankful that they're there doing their job. But when it's you that's doing something that's wrong, then you think all sorts of things that I can't say here in church, and you look in your rearview mirror and you're sweating. If you're doing what's right, you have nothing to fear. If you're doing what's wrong, you will be found out. That's what the proverb says. And so you live with constant anxiety in the back of your mind. Constant anxiety that one of these days I'm going to be found out. If you're doing what's right, you have nothing to fear. Men of integrity are courageous, but men who lack integrity live lives of quiet anxiety. What are you watching on TV when nobody else is around? What websites are you visiting when nobody's looking? Where does your conversation go when you're hanging out with your buddies? Would you use that kind of language in front of your children? Men of integrity can live their lives as an open book for anybody to examine at any point. But men who lack integrity cower in the corner and hide aspects of their life, hoping desperately that nobody will find it out. When we become men of integrity, we become courageous, fearless. We walk securely, is what the proverb says, but the paths of the crooked will be found out. Women, pray that your men will be men of integrity, so that they can walk free with their heads held high, unashamed and unafraid in any situation to do what is right as they go along, wherever they go. Men of integrity are courageous. They walk securely. But a man of integrity also brings honor to the family name. Proverbs 23, verse 24 says this, and my print didn't come out, so. The father of a righteous child has great joy, and that who fathers a wise son rejoices in him. Parents are proud of men who have integrity, of sons who grow up to be men of integrity. Parents are proud when they look at their son and see him developing characteristics of responsibility, characteristics of honesty, characteristics that they are proud of, characteristics that the Bible lifts up as integrity. I've spoken to many parents over the last decade. Some of them are here in this church and some of them are elsewhere. concerned about the direction that their sons are taking. They're worried about what will become of their sons. Some of them are worried because their sons are failing out of high school, dropping out of high school. Some of them have shared that their children are involved in drugs or trapped in that lifestyle. Some of them are addicted to video games or pornography. Some of them are fathering children out of wedlock. And never once have I had a parent say to me, "I'm so proud of my son," for any of these things. But I have also never once had a parent come to me very concerned and say, "My son is so honest, it's going to come back to bite him in the end. My son has such moral character, such high moral standards, that he couldn't possibly survive in this world. He's got to learn to cut corners, Pastor. Can you help me?" It's ludicrous. Parents are proud of their sons when they are men of integrity. I've never once had a parent come say, "My son has such high moral character. How's he never going to enjoy life?" You know, the cool thing about integrity is you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. You don't have to have an IQ of 275 to be a man of integrity. You just have to do the right thing for the right reasons. We don't have to be computer engineers to be righteous. Righteousness isn't calculated in our annual gross income, or what we drive, or who we hobnob with. We can make $1 million, and it has nothing to do with whether or not we're men of integrity. And guess what? We can make $1 million and still disappoint our parents. But if we're men of integrity, it's something that will make our parents proud. To become men of integrity, we have to draw close to God in trusting obedience. It is freely accessible to all people, regardless of our income, regardless of our brain power, regardless of our popularity. Being a man of integrity is there for anyone who is willing to draw close to the Heavenly Father. And it will please our parents. You know, it's strange, but even secular, unbelieving parents respect children of integrity. But I've never yet met a person who respects immorality or selfishness. Women, pray for your men that we will become men of integrity, because one of our deepest longings, one of our deepest desires is to be respectful. We want respect from our parents. We want respect from you. We want respect from our children, from our co-workers, from our friends. And if we don't get it, we begin to lose it for ourselves. Your parents, for us to become men of integrity, we want to become men of integrity. And so help us by praying for us that we earn the respect that we crave by becoming men of integrity. Finally, a man of integrity will enter into God's confidence. Proverbs 3:32 says this, "For the Lord detests a perverse man, but takes the upright into his confidence." Can you imagine this? Imagine a room full of people, and God walks through the room, everybody follows him, he walks through the door, he turns around, and he says, you, with me. And those three people go through. And then he turns to you, and he says, you, I want you in here too. And you push your way through the crowd, and you walk through the door, and God closes the door behind you, and you are in the room with God. He says, I want you here with me, because I want to tell you something. I want to tell you. I want to bring you into my confidence. I want to bring you into my understanding, and I want to share something with you. God will take into his confidence men of integrity. He will reveal things to us that we couldn't ever have imagined. God will talk to you. He will enlighten you. He will show you things that you never thought and teach you ways, new ways of understanding. What's the alternative? Listen again to Proverbs 3:32. The Lord detests a perverse man, but takes the upright man into his confidence. Do you want to be detested by God? Or do you want to be in God's inner circle? A man of integrity is invited into the presence of God and taken into his confidence. Women, pray for your men to become men of integrity so that we can have the inside scoop on the mind of God. Only then will we be able to fulfill our role as loving husbands as God designed us to be. Yes, we've lost several men of integrity here at Guinston. And that, my friends, is the way of life. And I'll tell you what, we're going to lose more as time marches forward. But the only way that Guinston will remain a beacon of Christian love, a witness to the community, a light on the hill, will be as if this generation steps up and becomes men and women of true Christian integrity. Let's pray. Father, this is what we long for. We long to be men of integrity. We long to have wives of integrity. And we long to bring up children of integrity. Draw us close to you and fulfill in us this prayer today, we pray. In Jesus' name.